What is bartering? Let's find out today. Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the What Is series. So the What Is series is basically I talk about a certain life skill in 10 minutes or less, and I give you the pros and cons of doing the activity as well as the most basic mechanics. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about bartering. A lot of people have been asking me, how does bartering work? Is there an initial investment? It's very difficult to get in. Can you start making money quickly and stuff like that? I'm going to answer all those questions. But first of all, I need to explain what the heck bartering is. Bartering is very simple. You simply pick up an item, you go to another place and you trade that item for a different item. Then you bring that item that you traded it for to another place and you trade that for something else, and you keep trading for better items until you make a lot of money at the very end. Take my chapstick here, for example. I'm going to take my chapstick and I'm going to trade it for multiple items and eventually end up with an iPhone. Think of it like that. That's basically bartering in a nutshell. So how does bartering work in Black Desert Online? It works in the form of sailing. So you're going to need to get a boat. Well, lucky for you, there is a quest line in the suggested tab called the Great Expedition Aquila's Eye. You're going to click on this and you're going to do this entire quest line. It's going to give you a boat. So when you finish the storyline, you will get a boat. It is the Bartering sailboat, and it sucks. It's going to suck to do bartering on this boat. Why? Because first of all, its speed is 80%. It's awfully slow. And two, its carry weight is only 2,000 LT or 2,000 pounds, which means you're not going to be able to carry a lot of cargo and go from island to island to trade and barter very easily. You're going to need to make multiple pit stops at certain towns in order to unload the cargo, put it into storage, and carry the exact amount you need in order to do your next trade. So how do you move up from the Bartering sailboat? This sailboat can be upgraded. It can be upgraded into the Etheria sailboat, which is this boat that you currently see, which is much better. This boat is a lot better, mainly because its speed is 100% and you get 5,000 LT or 5,000 carry weight, which is much better, makes your life super easy. However, in order to get this boat very quickly, you're going to need to spend around 400 to 500 million silver and buy it off the marketplace. If you want, you can upgrade your Bartering sailboat to the Etheria sailboat. However, it will take several weeks to a month to gather all the materials, as you will need to do a lot of life skilling. So for most people, I advise you to just buy the Etheria sailboat. It'll make your bartering experience much easier. Okay, now that you have your Etheria sailboat, you're ready to do bartering. So how does bartering work? You're going to press escape over here. You're going to go to the life tab, which is F6, and barter, which is number 9 at the very bottom. And this window will open. This is the bartering tab. And you're going to see this entire list of all these different items that you can barter for. And what you need to do is you're going to click on all grades and you're going to click on white grade first, because you need to trade regular items for a barter good at the very beginning. So for example, in my case, I will be changing grilled bird meat into a level 1 Roa flower seed pouch. So this is where carry weight comes in, because you can see that this little bag of Roa flower seed pouch weighs 800 LT. So if I had my Bartering sailboat, I would only be able to hold 2 of these, because if I held 3, that would be 2,400 LT, which would overweight my boat, which is why I recommend most people to start with the Etheria sailboat, because you have 5,000 weight, so you have a lot more leeway in order to carry all these different goods. So in my case, I'm going to be trading 600 of these grilled bird meats into one of these pouches. And I'm going to do this 6 times. So you can see over here that I currently have 4,650, even though I don't need that many because I only need 3,600. I kind of went overkill on the grilled bird meat, but it's fine because I was leveling up my cooking anyway. So I would be taking all this grilled bird meat and exchanging it into this Roa flower seed pouch. Then I would take the Roa flower seed and bring it to this island over here, where I can exchange one of these flower seeds into 3 of these seashells. Again, keep in mind of the carry weight. So let's say that I went to this island first. I got 6 bags of the flower seeds, right? So 6 times 800 is 4,800. So luckily my carry weight's 5,000, so I'm not overweight. I can still carry all 6 of them. However, when I bring these flower seeds to the next island over here, where I'll be exchanging one of these flower seeds for 3 of these seashells, I need to calculate the weight again, because you're going to notice that I'm going to bring one of these and he's going to give me 3 of these. So I'm exchanging 800 weight or 2,400 weight. So I need to do the math in my head to make sure that before I start doing all these barters, that my ship can actually carry all the weight. Because if I get overweight, then you're going to be stranded at sea and your boat's going to move horribly slow and it's going to suck, okay? Also, another thing to keep note of is the exchanges over here. It says exchanges remaining 2, which means that at the most I can only exchange 2 of these bags for 6 of these seashells. So now that I have the seashells, where do I go? Again, I'm going to go here and I'm exchanging the green grade items. So you can see here that I can exchange the seashells into these pirate supply boxes. So I'm going to do that, and I could do this 4 times. So I'll exchange 4 seashells for 4 of the pirate supply boxes. And again, I need to keep note of the weight. The weight over here is 900 pounds per box. So 4 times 900 is 3,600. So 3,600 weight. Again, I need to manage my cargo to make sure that I do not be overweight when I pick those up. Now that I have the level 3 boxes, I'm going to bring this and I'm going to exchange it for the blue grade items, which I can exchange for a pirate's key. So again, over here, for 1 of the boxes, I can exchange for 2 of these keys, and I can exchange it 6 times. So I can exchange a total of 6 boxes for 12 of these keys. Now, here's where the carry weight gets very tricky, because you can see that 1 of these keys, I don't know how a pirate key weighs 1,000 pounds, but it does, okay? So for 1 of these boxes, he's going to give you 2 of these pirate keys, and they each weigh 1,000. So essentially, for every box I'm bringing in, I'm getting 2,000 pounds worth of weight. So even though I can exchange it 6 times, I will have to make 3 separate trips to this island to get all of these keys, because my ship won't be able to carry all the keys due to the carry weight. So you're also going to notice from stage 3 and above, you're going to see that they have a price. Level 3 items can be sold for 1 million. Level 4 items can be sold for 2 million. So let's see how much stage 5 items can be sold for. So let's see what we can exchange our pirate key for. So we're going to click on the orange grade, which is the highest tier. That's level 5. So white level 1, green level 2, blue level 3, yellow is level 4, and orange is level 5, okay? So we can see over here that we can exchange our pirate keys for a portrait of the ancient. And portrait of the ancient also weighs 1,000 pounds. However, its selling price is 5 million. So in the process of doing 5 barters, so basically just going to 5 separate islands, I'm able to exchange my grilled bird meat, which basically costs nothing because I cooked it myself, into 20 million silver. Because you can exchange this 4 times, I just need to bring 4 pirate keys, which is 4,000 LT, which my boat can hold. I'm going to bring it to this island and exchange it for 4 of these portraits, which also weigh 4,000 LT. And then I'm going to sell all of these paintings for 5 million each to a random NPC. So that is how bartering works in a nutshell. You're basically exchanging a relatively worthless item like grilled bird meat, and through all these multiple exchanges, you eventually end up with an item that is worth a lot of silver. So in this case, it is the portrait of the ancient, which kind of looks like Bob Ross in the painting, and we're selling this picture of Bob Ross for 5 million each, and we have 4 of these paintings, so it's 20 million. So this sounds all good and dandy, right? So let's go over the pros and then the cons of bartering. The first pro is very simple. There is 0 gear requirement. You don't need some crazy gear, you don't need some life skilling gear, you don't need anything. As long as you have a character and you have a boat, you can begin bartering immediately. The second pro is bartering does not require energy. So essentially you can keep doing bartering as long as you want until you've completed all the barters on your list, which is actually pretty hard to do because you can see here that there's an entire list of bartering. So if we just go to the orange grade, you can see here that there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a total of 4 different barter paths, and each barter path is 5 different islands. So you're traveling island to island to island, which basically means you're traveling to 20 different islands if you're going to do all 4 of these barters. And after 4 hours, you can hit the refresh button, which refreshes the entire list, which means you can start bartering all over again. And yeah, so it's pretty much impossible to do all your barters unless that's the only thing you're doing every single day. Pro number 3 is there's no initial investment. The moment you finish the side quest, the game gives you a Bartering sailboat, which is usable. For bartering, it's just a pain in the butt, and I don't recommend people to go through that pain. But if you really wanted to, there is no initial investment and you can start bartering with the Bartering sailboat. And pro number 4 is this is a very low effort life skill to do. You're literally sailing from point A to point B to point C, C to D, D to E, and you cash out 20 million. It's super easy, super low effort, because you can literally just click auto path and your boat will auto path to the island and you just trade goods. It's very low effort, very simple to do. So that covers all the pros. Now for the cons. So con number 1 is this does require some simple math. Because your boat has a certain amount of carry weight, it can only carry so many pounds of goods. And each of these goods are going to weigh like 800 pounds. So again, we'll use the grilled bird for the row of flower seed as an example. If I were using the Bartering sailboat, which only had 2,000 pounds, I would have to make multiple trips to this island, as my boat would not be able to hold 6 of these pouches, simply because that would be 4,800 weight, which my boat can't hold. So I do need to make some simple math to make sure that I am traveling the ocean quote unquote efficiently, or else I would have to make multiple trips, which will cost me a lot of time. And that brings us to con number 2, and that is that bartering is time consuming. So we're going to use this grilled bird meat as an example, since I will be doing this barter in a minute. Basically, I'm going to open up the map. You can also click down here at barter search. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Sakrea Island and find where that is. So you can see that Sakrea Island is right here, right? So the first thing I need to do is I will be traveling from Velia all the way to Sakrea Island over here in order to exchange my bird meat for the row of flower seeds. Next thing I need to do is I will be changing the row of flower seeds for the seashells. So I need to scroll down here, find the seashell, and click on this island. And you're going to notice that that island is very far away. You can see it's 2 over here, but I am sailing from Velia all the way down here to get the flower seeds. I'm sailing from the flower seeds all the way here in order to get the seashells. Then next thing I need to do with the seashells is I need to exchange those for the pirate boxes. And you're gonna see here that I'm traveling from here all the way back to Potty Cave over here in order to change the seashells for the pirate boxes. Then I need to change the pirate boxes for the Pirate's Key, which is at Tulu Island, which is not too far, it's up here. And then finally, I need to exchange the keys for the Bob Ross paintings, which are all the way down here. So the TLDR for that trip is I'm starting at Velia, I travel down here, I go all the way up here, I go here, and then I go all the way here. So you can see how time consuming that is, because I'm doing a lot of traveling. So bartering is very time consuming, and you need to gauge if the barter is worth your time or not. In my case, since I'm usually AFK, like I use the auto path and then I sit in front of my computer and I edit videos on my laptop, or I have Netflix or I have YouTube running on the side and I watch that while I'm doing the bartering, it doesn't matter to me as much, even though the distance I have to travel is pretty insane. Like for most normal people, they would not do that barter because all of that traveling would probably be around an hour's worth of traveling. And 20 million for 1 hour's worth of your time might not be worth it for you, simply because if you were to grind for 1 hour, you would probably make more than 20 million, or if you were to gather for 1 hour. There are other methods to make more money than this example of bartering that I'm showing you. However, as you do more bartering, you'll get more and more barter goods. So you can see over here that in Ilia Island, I have a bunch of different bartering goods. So for example, the pirate supply box. Maybe I don't want to go back and forth and travel around the world just to get these pirate supply boxes. I can see that, hey, I had some pirate supply boxes from yesterday. Maybe I can use this to cut down the travel time. And it can, because I can simply go immediately to Ilia Island, pick up my boxes, and travel straight here to Tulu Island, exchange the 2 boxes I had for 4 of these keys. Then I can bring the pirate keys and bring it directly down here and exchange it for the 4 Bob Ross paintings. So that trip would take me about 15 minutes and I would make 20 million, easy peasy. So that would save me a lot of time, but that is because I already have 212 barters under my belt. So I already have a lot of different bartering items that I just store at Ilia Island. So you can see that I've got some luxury pattern fabrics, which are worth 5 million. I've got these flowers, I've got boxes. So I have all these bartering goods over here just sitting here ready to go. Like I even have 4 of the pirate keys. So if I really wanted to be ultra lazy, I can just take 4 of these pirate keys and travel straight down here to Bob Ross and exchange it for his painting and sell it immediately for 20 mil, which is very nice. So last but not least are crow coins. So the conversion rate for crow coins into silver is, for every single crow coin you have, is worth 100,000 silver. So how does that math work out? It's simply because when you have 2,500 crow coins, you can exchange it for a Manos accessory. So if we look at the Manos accessories, each are worth 259 million. So 259 million divided by 2,500 equals 103,000. But we're going to round down because sometimes the price fluctuates a little bit. So we're just going to say that it's worth 100,000 for every crow coin. So finally, how do we get crow coins? Again, we're going to open up our handy dandy barter menu. We're going to go down to the orange grade items. And you can see right here at the bottom that you can exchange your level 5 items into crow coins. So do keep in mind that the level 5 items are the 5 million silver items and you're exchanging them for crow coins. And sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. So let's say that I have the Bob Ross painting over here, which is worth 5 million silver, and I want to exchange it for 191 crow coins, which is 19 million. So I'm like, dang, that's a really good deal. I'm exchanging 5 million for 19 million. That's a very good deal, right? The problem is that this trade is going to bring me to shipwreck cargo ship. So look, I'm going to click on it and boom, it is all the way out here in the middle of the ocean. And if we zoom all the way out, you're going to see that I need to travel all the way from Bob Ross Island over here, all the way here in order to cash out to get that 19 million, right? And then once I'm here, I need to sail all the way back to civilization. So is that worth the trip? It really depends on you. If you have the time and you really need the money, maybe it's worth it. For me, probably not. I'm probably just gonna sit back, sell those 4 Bob Ross paintings for 20 million and be done with my day. So it really depends on how you want to do things. And eventually you will unlock special barters. I have not unlocked special barters yet, but from what I've heard, after around 300 barters, you will unlock a special barter, which allows you to exchange tier 5 items for an absurd amount of crow coins. So an example would be these 102-year-old golden herb. You can exchange this for 900 crow coins minimum, and those are only unlocked through special barters. But yeah, that is bartering in a nutshell. Hopefully I can edit this to make it much shorter, mainly because I've been rambling on for like 40 minutes, so I hope that my pro editing skills can make this video into like 10 minutes. Maybe 15, I don't know. I'm trying to condense it as much as possible so that you guys don't get bored. But yeah, that's pretty much how bartering works. Again, if you have any questions about it, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a subscribe and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the res.